It's Friday, July the 14th. Welcome to FEF. Right after today's live stream, we had an amazing overtime segment. And if you are not a member, now's the time to join swolenormousx.com. Not only do you get access to the elimination diet, thousands of recipes, and of course, all our full programs, including the brand new Maximum Swole, you also get access to all the private live streams. We had a Swole Fam Roundtable last night, which was fire, and that's available now on Swole TV. We also have a brand new Drive Mulgaining Uncensored that is absolutely fucking epic. You don't want to miss out on any of that. So you are missing out on everything if you're not a member. Check us out, swolenormousx.com, and join the Swole Fam today to take care of all your 7 pillars. Don't scour the internet for years and years and just keep on asking questions that you'll never find the answer to. Actually, join the fam and have everything at your fingertips in one place. Also, if you want to get some juicy savings over there at papaswolio.com, use code Daily Swole for 10% off your order. We have a lot of awesome merch. We have all the best things to cover your nips for the summer. Make America Swole. We got awesome flags. A lot of you have been seeing pictures and images and videos of me in my home gym, and I have flags all around the entire thing. So the flags are awesome. We got new hats. We got water bottles. We got fucking tanks and hoodies and everything you need for your nips. Got to cover them with the best merch in the game. How can you make sick fucking gains without some sick fucking merch? I just don't understand. That being said, let's get into today's episode. Hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and all the links to join the Swole Fam. And of course, apparel, all that stuff is in the description and the show notes down below. Let's get into today's FEFcast. The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Transitioning young people. Come on. Want to become a woman? Daddy.
Let's go.
Cut everything off immediately.
Common sense and logic.
She was 12, I was 30.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Full north.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, 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 testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 26 hundo and 25 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pincast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustles, and your hoes? It's your boy Papa Swolio back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everson K2 Flex, and on all you beast.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer. It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
All right, fam, welcome to the FEFcast. Welcome to Friday, the Friday stream. Fuck 'em Friday. If you don't know what Fuck 'em Friday is, we are tripling, quadrupling, quintupling down on pillar number 1, community. Make sure you're blocking out all the noise. You can drop in the comments now what you are doing to eliminate all that shit. People, things, contacts, subscriptions, things that you need to clean house with. This is just like our weekly, you have spring cleaning. We have our weekly cleaning. So pillar number 1, what have you done or what are you doing today in order to take care of pillar number 1? At the end of today's episode, we are seamlessly transitioning into the world famous overtime, where we drop brand new balls deep edits that we do throwbacks with. We release new ones. We have 3 every week. And of course, we're going to do a throwback DWG and of course, a brand new Driving While Gaining. Brand new Driving While Gaining goes down today. Feature release only for members of the Swole fam. Check us out. Join swolenormousx.com. We got a bunch of people watching now inside the Daily Swole Telegram chat. So we will switch over there to that Telegram chat at the end of today's episode after we give away the Swole card. And of course, you can join that chat when you're a member. Log into your account, go to your homepage, and then click on the Daily Swole Telegram chat. And you have all the other Telegram chats there as well as in your Get Started series. Fan-fucking-tastic. Let's get into it. Let's get today's party started. Let's kick it off. Are you ready, fam? I think you are. Let's summon the Falcon, bust the nut open, and drop in the comments, again, what are you doing to celebrate FEF? This is a big day. It's a big day, fam. Foul. All right. All right, dude. All right. Fam, hashtag FEF, drop that in the comments down below for a chance to win today's Swole card. All right, it's FEF. It's FEF. It's Fuck'em Friday. All right, hashtag FEF in the comments for a chance to win today's Swole card. Now let's get into that tip. Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right.
What's in the box?
Okay, here we go. First post today is from Christian, and Christian's got her Swole merch on, obviously. Would you have it any other way? Christian says, lifting heavy makes me smile and feel badass. I'm getting stronger, lifting heavier, and it feels great. Consistency and truly challenging myself to try heavier weights. Moving out of my comfort zone has definitely paid off. Go hard, push heavy, fam. Lots of love. Yow. Yow. Nice. Awesome. Christian, love the merch too. Cerny commented on Upper Total, and she writes, just finished this one. The way this is set up feels way better on my joints, but still kicks my ass. I can see where machines would be better for getting to true failure, but I'll work with what I have. Nothing's going to stop me from doing this whole program. Excited to keep going. Thank you, sir, for all your hard work. Love you. And thank you so much, Cerny.
He's heating up!
And that's a comment on Upper Total, which is one of the workouts in one of the session splits in the brand new Maximum Swole program. So if you are already doing Maximum Swole, drop that in the comments. I want to know. And yeah, enjoy. Enjoy. All right, let's get into a couple email responses. If you are not on the email list, of course, most of you know this already, go to makeemailswoleagain.com. I will make your inbox feel like it's 1993 again. You're going to be absolutely excited to get stretched out. If your inbox is looking like shredded roast beef, well, I'll make you feel like a virgin again. Email virginity is at your fingertips. Go to makeemailswoleagain.com and get stretched out today. All right. Let's see. This one's from Everyday Debbie. Debbie does inbox. Debbie does knowledge cock. All right. No, nothing. Crickets.
Come on, man.
Well, at least I'm not sniffing young girls, Joe. Everyday Debbie. Debbie does Maximum Swole. All right. Debbie says, I've pretty much always written my own programs, changing them up when needed. I have a goal. My goal is to get rid of the belly fat that I have and once in my life feel attractive. By the way, this is a response to the How to Make Progress email. I have a reworked program waiting for me when we get done with the fences. And when my elbow heals up, I keep at it, realizing now that even though I am not working out, I am being physically active. Progress can come in leaps and bounds or in small increments. All are valid and important. I will get there eventually. Indeed. Well, all progress is in increments. Progress is progress, of course. Make sure that you can still hit your 7 pillars, even if you're not lifting heavy weights. But, it depends on how you're measuring your progress and how you are perceiving that. Can't build muscle without lifting weights, but of course you need to be healthy to do so. So make sure you focus on recovery. And this is the beauty of Maximum Swole, is that you're maximizing your intensity, but also maximizing your recovery, because you can't maximize your intensity without maximizing your recovery. So, all right. Another one from the How to Make Progress email. So good for you, Debbie. Thanks for sharing. And Jonathan says, yes, I completely agree with this. That's why most people quit pretty quickly if they even actually try. That's why my goal is to better myself, as in losing fat, get some gains, and being healthy. And that's why I went full elimination and now know that most of the foods I was eating were the root causes of most of my issues. I still try things occasionally, but for the most part, I stick to what I know my body wants and likes. I agree, and you should, as always, stick to that. Just stick to what your body runs on. You wouldn't put salt in your gas tank or sugar in your gas tank. Don't put it in your body, right? Not necessarily the same thing. I mean, you shouldn't really be putting pure sugar in your body anyway. But of course, don't put things that don't belong in your body. And Jonathan is a classic example of what realizations you'll have when you actually do an elimination diet and you test these things. But of course, you have to fundamentally care. And this is what we talk about all the time. You have to care. Most people don't give a shit. And most people don't try, because if they don't try, then they don't have to fail. And if they don't try, of course, they don't have to fail. So they can justify reasons why they can never do it. And then they just avoid. They just make excuses to not do something, because then there's a risk of them not having what they want and having responsibility for failing. But of course, you should fail. You should fail faster. The sooner you fail, the sooner you will be able to find what works. You're going to fail. Rarely are you going to get something right on the head the first time. And even if you see progress doing something one way the first time, it doesn't mean it's the best way. Maybe you'll get some results by doing a certain programming or a certain approach to nutrition, but maybe you can get better results. Maybe you can find something else. And of course, when you try a training protocol, you'll find out something. You'll try a different split. You'll try a different approach, and it'll either work better or it'll work less, or it'll work out for a little bit and then it'll stop working, but you have to know when to pivot. It's called experience. And that's how you make progress. You keep on going. You don't quit. Okay, awesome. Remember, if you want to join all those amazing people inside the Swole fam, make sure you go to swolenormousx.com and join the fam today. Everyone hit that like button and leave us a 5-star review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. The Daily Swole is available everywhere. Go to thedailyswole.com for all the live stream links. Let's get into a couple questions. If you have a question, live, hashtag AskPapaSwolio. And of course, if you go to AskPapaSwolio.com, you can call into the show. Let's take our first call from Matthias. Matthias, you're on the Sleazecast.
Hello, Papa Swolio. Greetings from Argentina. I go to the fucking gym every day. From time to time, I enjoy drinking some wine and smoke pot with my friend and girlfriend. My question is, does that break my 7 pillars? Thank you, big fan.
All right. Well, look, I'm not here. I'm here to tell you how to live your life, but I'm also here to not tell you how to live your life. So, in other words, anything that you do, just do it with intent. Just live your life with intent and do things for a reason, and make sure it's a good reason, and make sure that you understand why you're doing things. A lot of people go through their lives mindlessly, just doing what other people do, maintaining habits because of who they spent time with in the past, and they keep around bad habits for a long time, or reflective of their previous selves, because people are constantly changing and developing and, and adding and subtracting habits as you grow and as you build discipline. So when people ask me, like, Papa Swolio, don't you ever cheat with your nutrition and stuff? depends on how you frame cheating. I'm not saying make a justification for cheating, but cheating has a correlation with, if you're cheating, then you're also restricting. People have this binge mentality where they eliminate things and they restrict themselves and they like they're holding their breath, and then they rebound and then they rubber band and they just fucking eat everything. So with proper nutrition, you don't have to cheat. You're eating quality foods that are satisfying, and you're doing things with intent, with purpose, and for the right reasons. You don't, first off, I don't want to eat crap. And if I did make a choice, it would be making a choice. Everything's a culmination and a result of choices. So I'm making a choice. If I want to have pizza, I just don't choose to. I'm a grown-ass man. I have the money to buy the pizza. I have the ability to buy the pizza as anyone else does. I just don't want that in my body. I choose not to. If I chose to do that, I wouldn't be considering it cheating. I wouldn't be thinking about it as cheating. Oh, I'm going to cheat. I don't need to cheat. I don't need to put that shit in my body. I have no desire to, and I have no reason to. If I want to make that choice, I'll make that choice. But I also know it's not going to help me. Quite the opposite. It's going to harm me. It's going to feel terrible. I'm going to feel like shit. So I just don't want to make that choice. But I don't think of it as cheating. And plus, if you're actually eating nutrient dense food and you're satisfying yourself and you're approaching your 7 pillars properly, there's no logic to it. There's no logic or reason aside from instant gratification and these addictive tendencies. So once you separate from that, you just don't make those types of choices. So in terms of that harming you, is a glass of wine going to destroy your body? Not necessarily. Some people get crazy migraines from the sulfites and sulfates, and they can have a terrible reaction. Sometimes people have one. If you're drinking a whole bottle of wine, you're getting wasted. Yeah, of course it's harming your body. But I'm not here to tell you that you can't have a glass of wine, or that a glass of wine is going to destroy all your progress, it's going to ruin your fucking life. It's a choice that you're making. So if you're making progress and you're doing things for your reasons, it's your life, just understand the consequences, right? Understand the consequences, understand that choices have consequences. And if you're okay with the risk profile of some of those choices, and you're still, and everything in your life is lining up the way that you enjoy, then do it. But just don't lie to yourself, right? Just be honest with yourself, right? I'm not saying feel guilty and beat yourself up and, oh, I had a glass of wine, so now I'm going to do 10 hours of cardio. And then you're just psychologically, whipping yourself. That's not a good response to it. That's what exercise bulimia is. People binge eat and then over exercise in order to compensate for it. It's like a guilty self-flagellation. So as long as you are if you're an alcoholic and you're going to have a glass of wine, then obviously it can definitely lead you down a spiral. So you have to understand your tendencies. You have to be realistic. So if you're drinking a glass of wine every day, it can very well not have a good long-term outcome. And it's probably not a good idea, in my opinion. But once in a while, if you're having some of that, it's up to you. It's up to you. Just understand that it's your life. But what I think more and more people need to understand is that, like we talk about quality foods, the food quality makes it makes all the difference. Food quality is everything. So if you are making choices based on that, just understand that choices have consequences. All right. So let's see. Good question. Good question. We got another call. If you have a question live, hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. We got this one. Lizzo's on the prowl. Oh my goodness. Well, at least she's healthy.
You can be fat and be healthy.
At least she's healthy.
Lizzo, healthier than I will ever be.
At least she's healthy.
G'day, Papa Swolio. How you going, mate?
G'day.
I'm extremely disappointed today, Papa Swolio. I was at work. I was sitting on my phone. I was looking at Facebook. And then I found out that Lizzo was in Perth, which is where I live. So Lizzo has landed in the city I live in. But thankfully, I'm traveling 4.5 hours south to escape Lizzo for a couple of days. So it should be good. But yeah, thank you anyway for just all of your content. And you're growing hard. You're working hard. And yeah, keep at it. Just thought I'd let you know that, yeah, Lizzo's around. So be careful. She's on the prowl.
Oh my God. I am brutal. I will say I'm super stoked that she's across the fucking planet. That I feel good. I feel good. I knew I felt light today. I knew I felt light. I knew I felt like I could breathe a little bit easier. I felt like gravity was a little bit easier today. I felt a little lighter in my step. So I guess that gravitational pull is improved. So best wishes. Keep your distance if you can. It's really hard, but escape Lizzo. Trouble. Good stuff. Love it. Love it. You can keep her. Yeah, keep her down there. No rush. No rush. As long as you want. Keep her down there as long as you want. Oh my God. Look at the church. Aww. Oh, she heard me. Sweet girl. There she is. She's got the sleepies. All right. Let's see. Mass attracts mass. This one's from Rays. Rays, Reys. We have the Tainty Man, but I have too many clothes in front of his camera, so I'll just show you over here. All right, Rays, you're on the line. Hello? Hello, Puppet?
Hello, Papa Swolio. I'm from Indonesia, and I want to ask, how do I get motivated every single day to go to the fucking gym? Thank you.
All right. I get the question. We'll just keep on answering this one because I think first off, you don't use that fucking word. Motivation. Motivation's for suckers. You're not going to be motivated. So it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter if you're motivated or you feel like it or you're in a good mood or it's raining. Either you do or you don't. So build good habits. Do it. Get consistent. And just forget about that concept of motivation. Just assume that you're not going to be motivated. Assume you're not going to feel like it. Because most of the time you won't. Most of the time you won't, but I still get into it. I still get it started. I still do it. I don't train hard and go intense training if I'm really sore and I'm recovering. But if it's time to train, it's time to fucking train. And like I always say, that's right, Matt. Motivation is a cheating, untrustworthy whore that'll leave you the first chance she gets. Doesn't matter. Just do it. Either you do it or you don't. So it doesn't matter doesn't matter what the weather's like. Doesn't matter if you feel like it. No. And I always say this too. Do you feel like wiping your ass? When you take a shit, are you thinking, I'm just not in the mood. I'm not motivated to wipe my ass. You better. Otherwise you're not going to have many friends. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. Where's my soundboard? There we go. So you don't feel motivated to wipe your ass. It's irrelevant. You're going to wipe your butt or you're going to have shit crack. And no one wants that. Front to back. By the way, front to back, Matt the Great, front to back, absolutely.
I am the danger.
Yeah. I don't feel motivated to brush my teeth. Just think about it that way. I don't feel motivated. Okay, you need to treat this like a function of the body. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. All right, Grizzly Magnum 93. Papa Swole, do you think DeSantis would make a good president in your opinion? Well, I don't know. I mean, he's a great governor of Florida, but he's running a horrific campaign right now. Like, it's bad. It's really, really bad, which is why he's trailing hardcore. So I don't know. I mean, he's not running a good presidential campaign, so in my opinion, and I think that comes down to who he's surrounding himself with. So better than Biden, I would certainly assume so. Lester says anything better than what we have now. I mean, that's not. You could put Lizzo in office. I'm sure it'll probably be better. Maybe that's not a good example. I was going to say Lizzo, everyone's like, yeah, maybe not. Bad example, but you get my point. I don't think anything is better than we have now. I think of Kamala Harris. I think that would be worse too. I don't know. At least, I would say at least she can speak. So she'll speak, but she talks almost more. I don't know who's more incoherent, Kamala Harris or Brandon. I don't know who's more verbally challenged. Right. So She's horrendous. Awful. Awful. Anyway. I mean, if she was president, who would she couldn't fuck anyone to move up the ladder anymore. Oh! There's no one get it? Get it? All right. All right. Sniffy sniffies. So yeah, in terms of him being president, like, do I think he would make a good president? I don't know. I don't know. He's a good governor, but just because you're a good governor doesn't mean that it translates. All I know is that his presidential campaign it's bad. It's just really bad. So it's not looking good. He just doesn't have, in my opinion, and this is, I mean, I love him as, I live in Florida. It's been fantastic down here. So he's objectively done an amazing job. Probably the best of any governor in the country when it came to COVID and lockdowns and stuff like that. So it's been great. It's been great living here, but that's completely different than what's required for that office. But I think we all agree that, I don't know, I don't know what the difference would be, but a corpse would be better. We already have one. You could throw a fucking rock into a crowd and hit someone, that'd be better than Biden. Oh, God. Lester says, I'm voting for Hunter. Party every day. He's a good fundraiser. Jesus Christ. Yeah. All right, let's get into another question. This was on Spotify, actually. Sean Faria. Question for you. I live in New England and looking to put some equipment outside around the pool. Do you put your equipment on anything or just the ground when you cover it? Is a far enough? Is a far enough? I don't know what that typo was. I'll just tell you what I do. So you're in New England. I'm in Florida. So the humidity is an issue. And of course, rust exists. It's even worse up north because you get like the salt and just the snow and shit like that. A lot of moisture, like for cars and stuff like that. Stuff rots like crazy. It rusts like crazy in New England. It rusts down here in Florida too, but at least the weather is better all year round. But you get a lot of moisture, of course, humidity and rain and stuff. So I have canopies over mine. I just put on the ground. I didn't want to do any kind of horse stall mats because then I would just have a lot of water likely pooling up on them, and I don't want to be like squeegeeing and plus I don't want to walk on those things barefoot because I want to be barefoot out there. So I just put it on the ground. Of course, you're going to get some moisture, but they're covered, so they don't get wet directly for the most part. And you just grease the joints and stuff, and they're fine as long as they're not sitting outside in the wet with wet sitting on the metal, and you keep it lubricated. You know, lithium grease is great for machines. And silicone. So, but of course, if you put them on the ground, you know, they're exposed to moisture. So it really depends on where you are and how your land is and what kind of structure you're putting them under or whatnot. Plus, I'm not afraid. I like a little rust. As long as it's not affecting the function, I don't mind rust. It gives character. Rusty weights are some of the fucking... Rusty weights are awesome. But if you're investing in machines, for example, then it's like, you can spray things. Like if you have a squat rack, you can spray it with clear Rust-Oleum and stuff like that. But, you know, once you get a little bit of rust, it's going to spread like a cancer. You can just sand it down. Just not a big deal. It takes a long time for that shit. Like if you get a Rogue rack or something, it takes a long time for it to like rust to the point of not being usable. It's just dense. Okay. I like to caress rusty weights. Oh, where'd those questions go? Oh, they're there. All right, so let's take a couple more. We got time for a couple more questions. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole if you're in the live chat. And then, let's see here. Amo. Let's see. Amo, 1876 with some underscores, of course. Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
And of course, the underscores led to the question, workouts to get a six-pack, lift heavy weights, and stop eating fucking gutter trash. and do that for months and years. All right. Let's see. Heidi, period 243. Any advice for someone that between work, kids, home life doesn't have time for the gym? You make the time. So there are people with work and kids. And of course, if you have a home, you have a life at home, but you integrate it. So the problem with you, Heidi, is you're separating this as if you don't have time for the gym because you're not making gym part of your life. If it's part of something that you do, you make the time for it and you figure out how to execute and accomplish it. You could train at home, have someone watch the kids, all these different things that, daycare or childcare at the gyms, you bring the kids and you have them there for an hour, you train, you come back. There's a lot of different options to get it done. You can get a kettlebell and train with them at home and you can get a workout in 15, 20 minutes. So that's my advice. You make the time. Everyone's got 24 hours in the day and people have responsibilities. So you have the consequences of the choices that you make and you can make the time to take care of your health, and you should because you have kids. So you want to lead a good example and instill those principles in them and of course be healthy so you can take care of them. Anonymous 933255. I guess that's your phone number or your social security number. How much time will it take to notice changes if someone has good genetics? I have no fucking idea. Like, what does that mean? How much time will it take to notice changes if someone has good genetics? You're going to find out. Go to the fucking gym. So Sizzle underscore 64. What is the best way to overcome a bench plateau? It depends. I would make sure you have great technique. I would make sure you're not over fatiguing yourself and doing too much volume, and make sure that other training days, you're not fatiguing yourself and you're prioritizing it. If you want to prioritize any body part or any type of training, you need to make sure you're the most recovered and rested for that execution. And so technique is paramount. And of course, accessory muscles and posterior deltoid work and traps and things like that are essential to make sure that you are getting the most out of your bench plateau. You can do negatives, you can do force reps and isometrics and things of that sort. So there is no best way. It really depends on where you're at and what's actually getting stuck with you. But always starts with proper technique, because a lot of times proper technique, there'll be a growing period where you're actually activating different muscles for that technique. So there'll be a transition period where it might feel a little bit awkward at first with a new technique, but your strength can actually improve more consistently. So it doesn't matter what else you do. If you don't have good technique, then you're losing energy or you're shooting yourself in the foot. So I would make sure you take videos, watch a lot of videos on proper bench technique and compare, contrast. But if you don't have a spot or two, you're not really pushing yourself to failure. You're not creating the stimulus and the overload required for your body to adapt to it. All right, let's see. Lester, 4 weeks for you to notice, 8 weeks for your friends to notice, 12 weeks for the world to notice. Those are just words. I don't know what that means. I'll put it this way. Set the proper habits, work fucking hard, keep your head down, you'll get results. Who cares if your friends notice, and who cares if the world notices? Like, they will. If you're getting results, who cares how long it takes? But I understand the concept. Remember, when you're training, you're going to improve your strength before you get muscular changes and build muscles. Yeah, I don't like that approach either, Lester. It takes 21 days to set a habit. That stuff's nonsense. People do things for 3 months and then stop. So it depends on the person, right? If you have the right systems in place and you're doing things for the right reasons, then you'll stay consistent. So, right, when they say 21 days to set a habit, well, if you do it for 50 days and then stop forever, it's like, well, maybe it didn't take 21. It took, right? So it's a habit until you stop doing it. So there's a great quote where it says, change doesn't take time, it takes commitment. So if you change for 3 days and stop, then okay. Or you can just change today and do something today, and then you do that forever. It's like, well, it took you a moment, didn't it? It took you one time and you never stopped. So it really depends. Some people are smoking cigarettes all the time, quit cold turkey, and boom, they're done. Did it take 21 days? Did it take 1 moment? Did it take just a choice? Did it take 7 years? And, it depends. But I understand. I understand the general concept of what you're saying. Remember, people are always going to notice your weight loss or fat loss or change over time because it takes a long time to build muscle and to lose fat. And plus, people don't see you every day. So you don't notice things that quickly. I actually think it could even be not 4 weeks for you to notice. It could be 16 weeks for you to notice. A lot of people don't notice things because you're looking at yourself. It's like watching paint dry or a teapot boil. You don't notice your own personal changes for a long time. But someone that doesn't see you every day and they saw you 3 months ago and they saw you today, it's like, whoa, because it's like a before and after almost for them. Lester says, sorry, I get some of my advice from internet memes. No, it's a good quote. In other words, make those fucking changes and people will notice when they notice, but who cares what they do? Again, if you're doing it for the right reasons, you're doing it for yourself and you're doing it for self-improvement, they will, they won't. It doesn't matter, right? If you're doing it for the right reasons, who cares who notices? They probably will, but if they don't, who fucking cares either? All right. Let's see. More questions. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. N Moalem. Papa Swolio, rest days are essential or not? Recovery. Recovery, active recovery. Recovery is essential. Rest days are not. And what I mean is people think of rest days as sitting on their ass. So recovery is essential. There's many different ways to recover. And no, you should not be lifting heavy every day. But Papa Swolio, you say go to the fucking gym every day. Yeah, it really means just take care of yourself physically every day. Maybe it's 10 minutes of mobility. Maybe it's a yoga class. Maybe that's still going to the fucking gym. It's the concept of do your physical training, do something, move, stretch, foam roll, sauna, cold plunge, go for a walk, go for a bike ride. Active recovery. Be active, but intensity should be more sparingly, depending on what you're doing and what you're used to and what you're training for and what you expect. A lot of people, the problem is with their training. And if you download the 7 pillars over there at swolenormousx.com, training, the third pillar explains that what stimulus you provide is what your body is going to adapt to. So if you're trying to build muscle and lose fat, and you want to build a lot of muscle and have aesthetics and a physique and proportions and stuff like that, then you better train that way. A lot of people just want to lose fat, so they just do movement. They go do Zumba, or they start running every day, or they just go bike riding all the time. It's like, that's okay. That'll give you benefits and adaptations for certain things, but it's not necessarily going to map to what you say you want. So a lot of people they're doing things that aren't even in the same direction of the adaptations that they would like to have. All activity is not equal, and a lot of people treat it that way. Okay, fam, let's move into some balls deep content. All right. That's deep. Feliz Navidad. All right, we also have overtime coming up in just a few minutes, so we're going to get into some balls deep, and then we're going to head over to overtime. So at the end of the show, again, seamless transition. We'll just move into the Daily Swole Telegram chat, and we'll watch the brand new Drive While Gaining and some balls deep edits. Now, let's get into a couple videos. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if I'm going to call an audible or we're going to... Let's see here. Let's pick a number, fam. 1, 2, or 3. I'll let you guys decide. I don't feel like looking. Just surprise me. 1, 2, or 3. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. Let's get a little look at the church. Aww. She's all snuggled. Girl. My hand's cold, so let me get that warmed up a little bit. And scratch your butt. Pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. Again, 1, 2, or 3. Oh my goodness. Are we getting belly rubs? Is that what you want? A little belly rub? All right, I'll get you. Everyone's getting a little church cuteness before we go into the undergunch of the interwebs. Rub your bellies. Okay. Thank you for the belly rubs. Appreciate it. All right, let's get into it. Let's go with Lester. Lester says number 2, TOO. Oh, you're so creative. Number 2.
What's in the box?
This is called Wow, this is called non-men. Non-men. All right, let's see what we got here.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Non-men. Oh, that's going to be a good one.
The misconception that lesbian means a woman who loves other women. And actually, the definition is non-men who are attracted to and love other non-men.
No, it's not. That's not the definition. We actually went over this. That's actually literally not the definition. So yeah. I feel like this can apply to this person as well. I feel like this works. Let me just get the sizing right. There we go. Does that not work? That works. That works. Nailed it. That works. I think that plays. All right. So let's start this over again.
The misconception that lesbian means a woman who loves other women. And actually, the definition is non-men who are attracted to and love other non-men. Throughout history, there have always been gender non-conforming lesbians. And it's interesting to see nowadays that there are some folks who kind of try to gatekeep that identity and only include folks who identify as women, when that's not what being lesbian is all about.
Women's not an identity. It's a biological reality. A woman is an adult human female, period. End of conversation. The rest is just a lot of hot air and a waste of valuable oxygen.
Are trans men who identified as a lesbian for many, many years and still feel comfortable within that community and that identity. There are non-binary folks of all kinds who identify as lesbians.
Again, non-binary is more absurd than trans. For sure. At least when you're trans, you're like, I'm the opposite. Oh, so you're saying there's two. So you're saying there's two. So you're saying there's a chance. You're saying there's two. I'm the opposite. Well, it's not the opposite if there's two. Being like, I'm neither. Well, that's just even stupider.
There's like a zillion different ways to be a lesbian.
No, there's one. There's literally one. Literally one.
And if that word is what's comfortable for you, then nobody can gatekeep it from you. I am non-binary, transmasculine, and I'm a lesbian.
Well, that ended even. This person's is at it gets better. I sure fucking hope so. I sure hope it gets better. I hope it gets the help that it needs. I am a non-binary transmasculine and I'm a lesbian. You mean you're a lesbian? That's just it. And yeah, and honestly, no one cares. But you're a woman and you're a lesbian, which is fine. Get out the cutlery. Let's fucking get that scissoring going. Let's get those arts and crafts. Let's get those arts and crafts going. Have fun. Have fun. Have at it, Hoss. I don't fucking care. Does anyone care if she's a lesbian? No. Cool. I mean, live your life. But the rest of the silly things that you said, that's just... That's not, you're not flattering yourself. You're just exposing your IQ to everyone.
My name's Forrest Gump.
And it ain't pretty. It ain't pretty. Who's dick drafting? Everyone's like, I'm going AWOL. Going AWOL. We got to I think we have to bring back the dick draft. I think that's what this video means. That's a good question. Positive charisma. Good question. What are non-men supposed to do with their moist bonus holes? Ooh, good question. We haven't even covered bonus holes yet. I don't even want to get into that because it's just so fucking
Matt Damon.
It's gross. A bonus hole. Women have bonus holes, but that's not what they're referring to. Okay. Pick a number 1 or 2. Please pick better. Please pick better. There aren't better options. That's one thing that you know for sure. It's just a bag of shit choices. It's such terrible choices. Pick a number, 1 or 2. You know you're screwed either way. Talk about a rock and a hard place. All right, here we go. Number 1, number 2. All right, let's go with the GOAT. Cerny, save us. Number 1. Cerny says number 1. Video title, It's Perfectly Okay to Be Fat. God damn it, Cerny. God damn it. You failed us.
It is actually perfectly fine to be visibly fat.
What'd you say?
It is perfectly fine to be visibly fat.
First off, holy shit. Do we have a choice? Do we have a choice about that? It's perfectly fine to be visibly fat. What does that even mean? It's perfectly fine. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? And the reason why no one knows what that means is because it doesn't mean anything. It's perfectly fine. Okay. Your body doesn't think so, but this is the modern day walking the plank. That shit's gonna fucking break one of these days.
It is actually perfectly okay. Like, it's not even...
Again, how are you defining okay? Like, you're still alive. Again, it doesn't mean anything. It's perfectly okay. Define okay. You have to define these things because I don't think that word means what you think it means.
You keep using that word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
You keep saying okay and fine. I don't think we have the same definition of what okay and fine actually is.
Not bad and not the worst thing. Like, so many people want to act like being visibly fat is the worst thing.
You're not making a good case. Let's just put it that way.
It's perfectly fine. Like, it's actually okay.
Say it again. Holy shit. Are you fucking serious? It's been 20 seconds and you said the same thing 7 times. I can't wait for the next 38 seconds. Actually, I can. It's not okay by logical people's definition. How many more times think she's going to say this without fuck? Oh,
God damn it. I don't know what it is about your face, but I want to deliver one of these right in your suck hole.
Is there anything I can do to work on that?
No, not really. It's your face.
And yeah, she is getting like, it's pretty brutal. She's getting visibly more unhealthy every time I find a video in my folder with her.
It's actually okay.
Yo, what the fuck? I'm stopping it every time because it's ridiculous. Oh God, the low angle. Don't do it. This is oh God. When you have to shoot in panoramic mode to take a selfie, there's an issue.
To have a double chin, it's actually okay to have a big arm. It
is okay to have a big arm if you're fucking yoked. It's okay to have a big arm. Jesus Christ. Not if it's one of those big fucking water tube slinky things that you win at a Chuck E. Cheese.
Actually okay to have big arms, big...
Jesus fucking Christ. You're just saying the same thing over again. This is great. This is so bad.
Legs, your stomach hanging, rolls. Like to have movement, jiggle in your body when it moves. It's okay.
It's... Fuck, you're... Oh my God, it's not. Oh my God, it's not. Cope. It's not okay. Oh my God. It's okay to have a fat gut hanging down to jiggle. Yeah. What a gross person.
It's actually okay.
This is unbelievable. This is her worst video yet. And let me be clear with this, okay? And I don't have to defend myself. I don't give a shit what people think about my content or I don't care. I do care. I care about the people that like the show. I don't care about people. If you don't like the show, I don't give a fuck about your opinion. It's like, oh, I like the show and it sucks now. Like, okay, fine. All right, whatever. Like, I'm not making fun of her. Like, I don't go out of my way to like attack people. This is on the internet. This is public video. And the problem is she's not making content trying to improve herself or trying to give people other people advice or ask for help. We've tried that and we've done that and we constantly give help. but she's actively promoting disease and death and morbidity. Like she's actively trying to like convince people, including herself, that being grotesquely obese is a good thing. And it's not. So that's a huge fucking problem, which is why we're going hard at it, which makes her a gross person. It's just, and this is not to make fun of her physically. There's no need for that. I'll let objective reality take its course, but it's just the mindset is a poison. And it's affecting way too many people. This virus is way too infectious to not say anything. Very sad. Super gross. It's okay. It's okay. It's not okay. Jesus Christ. Say it again. You're not convincing anyone, not even yourself. You can't even, because it's retarded.
It's actually okay.
It's not.
It's perfectly okay. It's perfectly fine.
Holy shit. She's literally just, I keep pausing it because I'm shocked. She keeps on saying the same words over and over again. This might be one of the worst videos I've ever seen in my life.
And not even fine, but it's totally neutral, just like how anyone's body looks.
You went full retard, man.
It's perfectly neutral, just like how everyone's body looks. There's nothing similar about my body and your body. Neutral. Well, I'm swole. A lot of the swole fam is swole as well. We're swole in mind and swole in body. We take care of ourselves. There's no similarities between mine and yours aside from 2 arms and 2 legs. And like, you know, I have the same organs, I'm assuming. I'm assuming you still have these organs. Those are certainly not functioning the same. Jesus Christ.
It's fine.
Jesus fucking Christ. Get this. Can someone get this girl a thesaurus? Please.
It's okay.
For the record, I'm not rewinding the video playing the same clip over and over again. There's 8 seconds left. How many more times do you think she's going to say it? I say 2.
Like, it's actually fine.
1. Oh, 6 seconds.
Who cares?
One more time. Oh, I almost got it. Jeez.
Hello, baby.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
All right. So is anyone convinced? I don't think so. One for the road.
Damon.
That was really bad. Jesus Christ. That was painful. I mean, and we've seen videos of her several times, and it's just like, that might be the worst one. She didn't say anything. That's a good question, Matt. I know it's not the Ask Papa Swole question, but Matt asks, is it fine? Is it okay? I don't know. Should we watch it again and find out? Should we watch the video again and find out if it's okay? Well, I just want to be sure.
Lieutenant Dan.
I just want to be sure. Is it fine? Is it okay? I might have to take that video and get a soundboard. It was that bad. I mean, it was that bad that I think it's like soundboard worthy. Jesus Christ. That was really embarrassing. Okay. I hope, look, again, always, I hope she gets serious fucking help, but just like it's getting worse. Every time we see a video of hers, it's getting worse. She's getting fatter. She's getting more pale. She just looks less and less healthy. And her videos are becoming more and more incoherent, which is really an accomplishment, in fact. That was a really hard. I know I kept pausing it, but I didn't realize that same I thought she was going to start saying things. She just kept on saying it's fine, it's okay. And then kept on making worse cases for it. Like, it's fine to have your gut hanging out or fat, or like, ugh. And everyone's like, no, it's okay to have 2 chins. No, it's not. I mean, is it okay to have 3 eyes? Is it okay to have 2 noses? I mean, okay, it's not. Is it okay to have 3 ears? Is it okay to have 3 legs? I mean, some of us have 3 legs.
Because.
You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, it's definitely not okay to have. Why would you have 2 chins? Like, you have 1. Look, I mean, when you're so fat, you have extra fat hanging down under your fucking neck that looks like a second chin. That's an issue. That's a concern. That's an objective concern. Lester, she went to the Kamala Camel Toe Harris School of Rhetoric. All right, last video, and then we're going to get into a throwback, and then we're going to go into overtime. All right, this one's a stitch. It's called 3 meals per day racist. 3 meals a day is racist. All right.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
3 meals a day comes from white supremacy and colonialism. No. But
The day thing, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, is from colonialism and white supremacy.
As if we didn't have enough good reasons to stop letting external cues tell us how to feed ourselves and start listening to our internal cues, here's another one.
Yeah, let's just stuff our fucking fat faces all the time. Another reason to stop listening to all these other cues. Just keep on eating. Keep on eating. Food is your friend. It's your closest ally. Remember that video? Okay, let's see what else other stupid shit this beach says.
I don't know about you, but I hate when crusty old white men tell me what to do with my life, or especially tell me what to do with my body.
Well, it doesn't sound or look like you have things. Sounds like someone needs to give you some fucking good advice. Okay.
So eat what you want, when you want. There are no rules. Start listening to what your body is telling you.
Shut up, bitch!
All right, sounds very healthy, sounds mentally stable, looks healthy, everything great with that one. Nothing wrong here. Fam, it is throwback time. All right. Let's see what we got here. Throwback. Ooh. All right, what we got here? Throwback time. Throwback time. Then we go into overtime.
I'm a 30-year-old non-binary immigrant lesbian.
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
I'm a 30-year-old non-binary immigrant lesbian.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
Married to a black woman, and we are in a same-sex relationship.
No one fucking cares. How about that?
I've always been clear as to who the enemy is and which systems need to be dismantled. This anti-trans, anti-LGBTQ, anti-women legislation.
All right, first off, there's nothing anti-women going on right now. There's nothing anti-LGBTQ. There's nothing anti-trans. There's nothing. All it is just saying, don't teach kids about sex. Like, don't groom children. Don't, pedophilia is a no-no. It's a no-no.
You're gonna lose the war, conservatives. We know you're the enemy.
You don't know a damn thing about me.
We know you've always been on the wrong side of history.
You gonna fight in the front lines? We'll see you there.
Now let me see your war face! Ah! Bullshit! I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
So conservatives have always been on the wrong side of history. Don't tell that to Lenin or Mao. Like, don't tell her about communists. Jesus Christ. Maybe the stupidity is a result of that hair pulling back, destroying your brain cells. Okie dokie. All right. Nancy says, she knows we have all the guns, right? Well, they're trying to take them away. They always want to take them away. It's not that they don't want guns. They just want them all for themselves. They want the state to have all the guns. It's not to ban guns. It's to make sure the government, right? The fucking gang, the real gangs have the guns. All right. So Okay, are we done with stupidity? Let's go into some more fucking rage, fam. It's overtime. It's time for overtime. All right, OT baby, let's give away today's Swole card, fam. Is time for overtime. You can start heading over, if you're a member, to the Daily Swole Telegram chat. Let's fucking go. Log into your account and join from your homepage. You'll see the Telegram chats and your Get Started series. It's there as well, but you'll see the Daily Swole Telegram chat, and we will start and shift right into overtime. But first, let's give away today's Swole card. Here we fucking go. Hashtag Fef. Bitches. 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 Fef. 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 We got a winner, Elizabeth T. Congratulations. All right, Lizbeth. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2625 in the subject, your mailing address. In the body of the email, we'll send you this motherfucking Swole card. Fantastic. That's awesome. Congratulations. We'll get some soundboard requests. I see there's a lot of American going on in the Daily Swole Telegram chat. People are firing off. You're very welcome. Congratulations. Nice shirt in your avatar, by the way. Fuck yo resolutions. Bitch. Who's ready for overtime? Overtime will start 2 minutes after the end of the public stream. Don't nobody go no swear. I got you, fam.
I like to caress rusty spoons.
Emotional damage.
I better use my strong one.
There's tiny tuck, typical tuck, total tuck, and the tyrannical tuck.
I am the danger.
Oh shit, Elizabeth says I use that pick as my main dating app pick. There you go. Fuck your resolutions. Where's Swole Slut? You probably get some more swipes, if you know what I'm saying. People are like, yeah, she's a slut. I'm like, no, I'm a Swole Slut. You don't have to clarify.
Smooth. Very, very smooth stuff. Very classy. I'm learning a lot from you right now, dude.
Pay that man his money.
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
Shampoo my crotch.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
What is the best move to silence a woman?
Still trying to figure out that best move.
Well, I'll be damned.
Loud noises! Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Are there any women here today? And that's the way, I like it.
Now I know you'd love to just sit there and keep being not slim, but we gotta work a little today, okay?
Ooh, I have to lean back a little bit more to get clearance. Fam, that was fantastic. It's time for OT, beaches. It's time.
Finish him.
All right, let's get this funkin' sidebar up. It is time for OTZ My Kneesies. Make sure you head into the Daily Swole Telegram chat. If you want to get access to all the bonus segments, man, my goodness. We had a roundtable last night. We got overtime now, new DWGs every single week. We got accountability meetings on Monday. Let's get into it. I'm excited. We're all warmed up. That was an appetizer. We go balls deep, and now we're... You know where we're going. Oh, you know where we're going. Fam, I'll see you in the chat. We see a lot of people over there now. TCAB, Jonathan, Loretta, Cerny, Matt, how we doing? Let's get into it. Fam, we'll be back here tomorrow for Swole Slut Saturday, 26. What is it, 26 tomorrow? 26? 26? That's a pretty sweet number. But right now, it is time for overtime. We'll see you there, and we will get started in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutos. We'll see you there. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Yeah, boy. Papa Swolio. Out.
I just wanna win on the low, like you making demands, I said whoa. I just wanna win on the low, like ask me where I've been, I said whoa. You making demands, I said whoa. She wanna be friends, I said whoa. I just wanna win on the low.